Hey, Taurus, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your December 2023 bonus reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, welcome. Very exciting reading here as we're using the Season of the Witch Yule Oracle to celebrate the month of December for those of you that are celebrating. Now, so interesting here. You're receiving a couple of the same cards that Aries received as well. So if you do have any Aries in your chart, or if you're riding that cusp quite strongly, you may want to check that reading out as well. But I'm getting the name here, Christopher. Christopher could be significant, or Christofferson. That could be a last name. It could be someone's first name. Please take it as it resonates. Now, Taurus, you have the Mother Mary energy showing up, and this was one of the cards that came through in Aries, as well as the remembering. So some of you could be thinking about a loved one who's crossed over. Specifically, for some of you, it could be a mother. Maybe her name was Mary. But for others of you, this can be a time where we do remember our loved ones that are no longer with us, whether they've crossed over or we were in a relationship with them at some point. So the remembrance can be a very powerful energy of a little bit of nostalgia. But it looks like with your surrounding cards, there's going to be a lot of love, a lot of family, a lot of deep soul connecting with your soul tribe, your spiritual family as well. Now it says, "Oh, how thy glimpse glimmer in the darkest of sights, never forgotten, never still, yet pacing in the mind in the twilight of the night." So there's definitely someone on your mind here, or a situation, a circumstance, or something that had happened. I'm also getting remembrance, as in someone may have a significant date in the month of December that stands out more than most. Okay, it could be a birthday, celebration of life. It could be an anniversary. I feel like there is a specific date that stands out. And I'm also getting the 17th could be significant. Maybe that is a day that you will remember for the rest of your life here. It could be a very powerful time for you. Now, Mother Mary showing up here. It says, "Into the arms of a mothering embrace swells a wisdom full of grace. In thy bosom where she whisper sleeps the eye of winter." So I'm also getting here that a lot of you, yes, you are receiving dreams of loved ones who've crossed over. Some of you are receiving dreams from your spirit guides, your angels, your ancestors. So this is a really powerful time for you to do a lot of channeling, a lot of light work, a lot of inner healing, as well as receiving some downloads, Taurus. So pay attention to your dreams. And even if you don't quite remember the dream in itself, even if it's just snippets, or it could be waking up and feeling a revitalized sense of renewal. Perhaps it's the feeling that you are waking up to. You're thinking, wow, I went to bed with this problem and now I'm waking up with a solution. Or I went to bed and I had this health concern or this health issue, and now I woke up and I feel 100 times better. So I'm just getting that a lot of you, sleep is very important. So if you have been tossing and turning, or if you've been having a difficult time sleeping, be sure to ask your angels and your spirit guides for help with sleep and with healing. But I also see some of you, even if you're getting 4 to 6 hours of sleep, you're still receiving a lot of messages. Now, of course, if you're needing more sleep, try to do what you can to change up your environment possibly. This could even be taking a look at your pillows, taking a look at your mattress, your bedding. I'm also getting the energy of the home you may be picking up on, okay? So whether that's people staying with you, perhaps there's a good decluttering happening here. I'm getting organization. For others of you, if you have gone through a separation, a divorce, or a child's left a home, or you may just be going through some of the motions, I feel like this is a good time to to really take inventory of what it is you're picking up on and what needs to be released, okay? Because that could be causing you to stay a little bit stagnant or stay in some sort of remembrance energy. And if it's not helping you, if it's hindering you, then it's time to release and let go. But for a lot of you, this is remembering loved ones, and this is a message that even though they may not be here in the physical, energetically, they are connected to you, okay? So pay attention to your dreams. You could receive some messages from loved ones. I'm also getting here something with sports. Now, this is interesting. Someone that may have crossed over, or maybe you have a child in sports, or an adult child that's played sports here. I feel, because I'm getting a baseball cap as well. This could be baseball, or someone around you could be wearing a baseball cap, or they wear one often, okay? Now we have here ringing the bells and tranquility, beautiful energy. And I'm so grateful I'm able to share this deck with you. I haven't even read any of the messages on them. I've went through and looked at the illustrations, very beautiful, but this is the first time I'm seeing some of these messages just like you. And the tranquility, it says, in thy womb of blissful quieting and calming stillness lives the world of worlds spellbound to the silence. So some of you, there is beauty. There is, it's almost like spell work or casting magic, but not in a, a witchy way. Well, some of you maybe, but it's more of a manifestation way, like the magician in tarot. It is all about you being able to weave a new story in your moments of silence. When the house is quiet, when it's maybe 4:30 a.m. and you're up drinking your coffee or drinking your tea, and maybe you're looking at the sparkling lights of, a Christmas tree if you're celebrating Christmas, and maybe it's the quiet of the outdoors. I'm also getting some of you drive and you're able to catch maybe the sunrise in the morning. There's something very tranquil that you're tuning into this month, and it brings a sense of calm. It brings a sense of peace. That could also be when you're receiving some of your most important downloads, your most important intuitive insights as well. I'm just getting someone drinking coffee or drinking tea. Maybe you're doing that now as you're listening to this. Maybe it's 4:30 a.m. as you're listening to this. But I also get here that, again, it's like you're weaving some magic in your life. There's something quite beautiful taking place here for you, Taurus. And you have ringing the bells. So this is interesting because I just heard ringing in the new year as well. So this could be something that actually manifests for you within the new year. I'm getting here, it could be a few days prior, it could be a few days after, and then I almost said 4, so 4 could be significant, maybe the 4th of January or 4 days prior. It says, ring thy bell to cast them out, ring thy bell and dance about, swirl the sounds amidst the winds, nowhere to hide, for all will ring. Yeah, you don't need to hide any longer. You don't need to hide or mask some sort of pain. Some of you, there has been a little bit of either fear, there's been some cynicism I'm getting, or there's even been an energy of not being quite sure if your gifts are your gifts. Or if you have what it takes to do what you're doing. I don't know. I hope that makes sense. But this is about you not hiding your energy. It's time to put yourself out there. Dance like no one is watching. And to me, I feel like this means put yourself out there without the pretense of other people watching and judging, and you feeling maybe criticized or feeling judged, or feel like people are looking at you kind of snickering. I feel like you have some really beautiful gifts here, and it's time for you to bring them about, because there is nowhere to hide here. You can see that this reindeer, it's almost like he wants to go into the tree and hide, right? He wants to bring in a sense of tranquility, but I feel like he has those bells around his neck, and those are some big bells, right? Whoa, those suckers are huge. So it's not like they're just some little ringing bells. These are quite big. And so I feel like no matter what it is that maybe you think you're manifesting something small, but it's actually quite large. I'm also getting the ringing of a bell. So some of you actually may walk into a store You may walk into a space and you may hear that ring, or there could be a bell overhead here. Pay attention if you listen to or if you hear the bells, there could be something significant. So if it is a store or, a place that you're walking into or a friend's home, there could be some sort of tranquility, something that you find, maybe something that you purchase or buy in the physical realm here that helps you manifest. I really like this energy, but I also am getting the message quite strong with the reindeer and with the bells around the neck. It could be about communication, speaking, being transparent, your creativity as well. So something that you may think is just manifesting to a form, you may not even realize that it's taking shape in quite a large form. This is going to be really big for you, and we'll clarify here in a moment. Now, what's coming in? A little sneak peek of the future. Beautiful. Well, first of all, you do have the Forest card. This reminds me of, the Wizard of Oz, right? The Wicked Witch who comes in. But it says, the forest, it is without question a place of mystery. Whispers of power you've forgotten. Let thy strength crawl from beneath the ground and remind you, dear child, that you are magic. Look at that. I haven't even, like I said, looked at the wording here, the descriptions, but we just talked about the magician. We just talked about the magic. So this is what you are doing in your quiet time, in those moments of tranquil silence. You are the magician. And sometimes, what's that saying? You can't quite see the sun or the light beyond the forest. So there's something here that you are navigating, because look at, she's either coming out of the forest or there's something she's heading into. And I feel like you're coming out, actually. You're coming out because your other cards here, you have the crone, you have telling stories, and you have gratitude. So you could be even telling yourself a new story of 2024, a story of success, a story of love, Taurus, a story of abundance. So you're coming out of the woods here, and you're actually, you're going to come out on top. There's something ringing here, ringing in the new year. You may finally feel like you're coming out of a situation, because now you have the wisdom. Look at this crone. Power, beauty, magic, wisdom. It says, thy wisdom befriends the honor in which weaves within blood a harrowing call from the depths of your sacredness. This is a sacred contract. This is a sacred soul mission. Taurus, whatever energies you are manifesting at this time, it is part of your soul's mission. But you had to go through the forest, right? You had to go through the forest to get to the point that you're at now, to get to the place of maybe sustainability, to get to the place of emotional freedom, to get to the place of independence, standing on your own 2 feet, creating something from a place of integrity, of feeling humbled. I also get that some of you Taurians, you have the wisdom to teach others. If you are the crone here, you may be in the position where you can teach, you can inspire, you may be an inspirational leader, you may be highlighting your gifts and putting them out there for the world to share, right? Share in those gifts, embrace in them. Some of you, it does have to do with the throat chakra, speaking, communicating, being creative, maybe even using your hands. But I feel, and they're showing me sewing. Some of you could be sewing a blanket. You may be making blankets to maybe give to the homeless as well. This is pretty neat. But I feel like the crone could also be part of that remembrance and that mother energy. This could be someone that you've learned a lot from here on earth, a grandmother, someone who is very wise, very educated, very well life experienced. They'd gone through a lot. They may have even lived to be a ripe old age. Okay. Could be someone still living. And that could be who you may be sharing some stories with, telling stories. Some of you, if this person has crossed over, I love the telling stories here. I mean, look at that. You have the family and the rocking chair. You have the fireplace in the background with the stockings hung. It says, what words so tender can be spoken so bravely unless they are true from the truest of words? Wow. There's been a very large emphasis on words lately. because words carry energy. Our names carry energy. Numbers, everything carries energy, and how we view things, right? How we perceive them, and the collective energy, how we put towards a certain thing can really shift the dynamic, right? So for example, when we all hear the word gratitude, right? It usually and typically conjures up an energy of, blessings, and we feel good, the things we have. There's a sense of, maybe even miracle, whatever you may think of. But that's not, and that's the case sometimes for even some negative words, some degrading or belittling words, or lack of self-worth words as well. So you may be really focusing on the stories that you tell yourself, Taurus. You may be saying, the stories that I'm weaving, are they coming from a place of authenticity, of truth, of heart, or are they coming from a place of fear, of, lack of direction, or of other people's thoughts or what they think of me, right? Because if it's the latter, you're switching up your story, and you're giving gratitude that you now have that awareness, you now have that understanding to move towards, a lot more wisdom here. So you're letting some things go. You're letting things go in order for you to tell yourself a new story and to embrace this energy of gratitude. And this is a little sneak peek into your 2024. All that I am and all that I'll be, forever in gratitude, I'll eternally be. Yeah, you'll eternally be grateful for these experiences that you've gone through to date. Okay, I'm also getting that some of you, there is going to be a blessing. I feel like this is some news. We're going to clarify here. Spirit, please tell me a little bit about what I'm getting here with ringing in the new year, some sort of blessing coming in. I feel like you're manifesting. What is this that's coming in here for Taurus? What is this ringing in the bell along with, oh, they're saying go again. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, one just dropped. I didn't even see that. Let's see what you're calling in here. Whoo, some of you, it's a move. Chariot energy. It could be a new vehicle. It's something big. This is Cancerian energy. With the Chariot showing up, this is about drive, ambition. Some of you, it's travel. You could be traveling over the holidays. There could be some travel, like I said, 4 could be significant, 4 days before the new year, 4 days after. I also feel like there could be a move in career. This could be a move towards love. I mean, this can be so many different things, but the Chariot is always a very positive, triumphant, successful energy. Even when it's in reverse, it means that sometimes we go around in circles, right? We feel like we're lacking the direction, but we always get back on track. Even if we lose our way, we always get back on track here. So very powerful energy, a little sneak peek again into your 2024, into what it is you're ringing in. For some of you, it is a home. It could be a move, as mentioned. Some holiday travel. Let's see here. What else do we have? Look at that. Wow. This is the Chariot's baby sister, as I like to call the 8 of Wands. There can be messages, and we just said that. Message, news, some sort of communication. Even though we'll still be in retrograde, I mean, we have Mercury going retrograde in the sign of Capricorn around the 13th of December. I actually feel like this isn't going to affect you as much as it may other signs. Okay, and this is so interesting. I actually feel Capricorn season is going to be very, very powerful for you. Now, Capricorn season begins around the 21st or 2nd, I believe, of December and goes through January 20th. I feel like there's going to be a lot of abundance coming in for you. Now, just double check, of course. Double check if you're traveling, double check the timing and things of that nature, but I still feel like you're going to move forward. It could feel like a whirlwind at times. I mean, the Chariot and the 8 of Wands is both a very busy energy, but a lot of success here, a lot of growth, a lot of movement, and we are moving up. You see the 7, you see the 8. And so that could be significant for you as well. Maybe the 27th or the 28th or the 7th of January, or the 8th of January as well, possibly even the 17th or 18th, or even the 7th or 8th of December, okay, could be significant. So pay attention, because there's something here that's shifting and it's going to grow. I mean, look at the 8 of Wands there. You see the branches, they're all sprouting. They all have little sprouts. So some sort of seed, Taurus, that you have planted is taking fruit here. And that's what we are clarifying with ringing the bells in. And it's actually going to grow. So for example, and this is so interesting because I've been seeing this all over the place. I'm a huge plant lover. I love plants. I love, my whole house looks like a jungle. Now, it's so interesting sometimes when we get those plants that we don't realize how big they're going to be. And then they just shoot up and they're 16 feet tall. Okay, maybe not that tall, but you get my drift. Sometimes they grow and grow and grow and grow. And I have one of those plants. And I feel like you guys, there's something that you've been growing, or it's a seed or something you've wanted to take off. It has the potential to grow bigger than any other plant. And when I say plant, this could be business idea, this could be love, this could be relationship, this could be your self-confidence, but it's not in a way that is all consuming. Well, it could actually. Let me take that back here. But not in a bad way. It could be consuming your time and energy. So travel, you're going to focus on travel, right? Your business, you're going to focus on business. So it could be all consuming because there's a lot of growth in it. But the reminder is to focus on your own self-love, your own self-care, nurturing, and other people in your life too. Or if this is another person, just make sure that you are focusing on you as well. Try to find that balance because this can be all consuming, especially when it's growing so big. Then you have to kind of repot the plant, right? Or in this situation, it can be anything, but you may have to uproot or upgrade or move or relocate, something of that nature. But this is really a beautiful reading here, Taurus. I hope you enjoyed this. Time to tell some new stories. I also get, now this is so interesting. One final message here. There could be a story of how someone met, like How I Met Your Mother. I mean, isn't that a TV show? Maybe some of you are watching that, but there could be a story that someone is asking or sharing, like, how did you meet my mother? Or how did you meet daddy? Or something of that nature. I also feel that there could be some new love coming in for some of you in 2024, and you're going to have a story where you're able to share for years to come. And it's a very beautiful story of how you met. That is what I have for you, Taurus. I hope it resonates. I hope it helps. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. Feel free to share, like, comment, hit that subscribe and bell button. Thank you so much, Taurus, for tuning in. Lots of love.